Hello, everybody. Welcome to India Sports News. And we are thrilled on this day, April 24th, 2023, a day when Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, the great man, turns 50. Yes, the man who was once a baby faced teenager who made his debut for India at the age of 16 on the tour of Pakistan. He has now turned 50. We at India Sports News offer our heartfelt wishes, and we hope that he will take a fresh card and keep achieving more things in life away from the cricket field. You can't keep him away from cricket because he's so intrinsically attached to the sport. But Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar has meant many things for different people. And for us at India Sports News, he is the heartbeat of India. Sachin Tendulkar, when he came into the Indian team, the world was a different place. We still had Soviet Union, we still had two Germanys. The first Gulf War had still not taken place. Nelson Mandela was still in the jail, and the era of coalition governments in India had not yet started. So a lot of things had not happened, and we still did not have satellite television in India. Internet ironically started around the same date that Sachin Tendulkar made his international debut. And that's an interesting fact that the year and the day, around the days that Tendulkar made his test debut, the concept of World Wide Web came into being. A week before Tendulkar's debut, the Berlin Wall collapsed. Uh, Communism started ending. And as Tendulkar started growing in his career, changes started happening around the world of cricket. And that is something absolutely tremendous because Tendulkar has been synonymous with changes not just in India, but around the world. Like I said, when Tendulkar made his debut, a lot of things happened. Nelson Mandela was released from the jail after 27 years in February 1990. Tendulkar started growing on that New Zealand tour in 1990. That year, he scored his first Test 100. He kept growing and growing as a cricketer, growing in stature, and as the Cold War collapsed and the Cold War ended, Soviet Union disintegrated. The Indian economy opened up, liberalization of the economy happened, and Tendulkar became like this big poster boy of this change that was engulfing the whole of India. India in the 70s and 80s, there were lots of issues that we faced as a country. But Tendulkar was this poster boy who completely transformed the way we looked at ourselves and we looked at India as a nation. He's that one man who I would say imbibed what is new India. And we all grew up with it. Every moment of Tendulkar's achievement is linked to some moment in India which has been epoch making. In 1998, for example, Tendulkar had this mega performance against Australia, especially at Sharjah. The late Shane Warne, God bless his soul, would definitely remember that achievement of Tendulkar. And that was the year we saw a more determined Tendulkar, much like the determined India we saw after the Pokhran nuclear blast in May 1998. Later in 1998, we saw that Google was launched, and we could actually Google the achievements of Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. And since 1999, we saw different type of Tendulkar in the sense that Tendulkar started suffering a number of injuries. And as Tendulkar suffered from injuries, we as cricket followers, cricket fans, and as a nation started learning about different kinds of injuries that happen to a sports person, whether it was his back injury, his finger injury, his toe injury, his hamstring, his shoulder, or whether it was the famous tennis elbow. I'll never forget the amount of study that happened when Tendulkar suffered from tennis elbow, and his pain was India's pain. And I've never seen that for anyone else, before or after. And I think that's the big achievement of Tendulkar. Tendulkar's role also within the Indian team changed over the years. Earlier, he was the baby-faced teenager when the seniors were still around. Then he became the number one batter around whom the entire team revolved. Then he became a pack of four alongside Rahul Dravid, Saurabh Ganguly, VVS Lakshman. Then Virender Sehwag was added to the lineup. Then he became the senior statesman, the elder statesman, who was providing sage-like advice to the captain of the team, and his role evolved and he moved seamlessly from one role to the other. And I've never seen him like ever shy away from any kind of responsibility, and that's the beauty of his career and his time as a cricketer for India. The only blip could be the fact that as a captain, he couldn't achieve the heights that he wanted to achieve. And that's because a lot of other factors were at play at that time, which we won't go into. And I think that he was a fantastic ambassador for the game, always hardworking and always ready to be uh, at the nets, learn and train constantly. And I think that's a great quality of the man, which should be imbibed by the future generations. Obviously, for him, the big crowning glory was the fact that India won the World Cup in Mumbai in 2011, in April 2011, and after that, was he was obviously on an all-time high. His 100 international centuries was another achievement, another milestone that we all will remember forever. And finally, the way he signed off from international cricket in November 2013 after the 200th Test match of his career, he still, when you look at that speech, you still move to tears. And I think that that's been the quality of Sachin Tendulkar. 24 years at the top of his game, and when he left, people asked why rather than why not. That's the quality of Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, which will live forever, and that's his legacy. Happy birthday, Sachin, from all of us here at India Sports News. I hope you have a fruitful day, eventful year, and you keep achieving more things away from cricket as well.